Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. So, in my opinion, Hope got exactly what she deserved, and it couldn't happen to a nicer gal. You know, this whole event all been avoided if she just would have did one key thing. Well, guess what that is? If she would have concentrated on her goddamn job and her failing line. So Stephanie comes in there and she's like, what's going on? Right? And Finn starts to try to explain himself, but she's like, you know what, listen, I know it's not you. You know, this is Hope throwing herself, being a Logan, being just like her mom and everything. And Hope is like, how would I even have known that he was gonna walk in? Which is actually very true when you stop to think about it. But at this point, there's a point where Stephanie's like, okay, so this is a misunderstanding. She keeps saying that. What is this really about? If the lingerie wasn't for Finn, who was it for? And this is the point where she could just sit there and be honest, or she could continue to hide her relationship with Carter. And her dumbass chose to sit there and hide her relationship with Carter. So at this point, Finn goes to back to the hospital, and she's like, "And when I said what happened, if you try to step on my husband one more time," she pretty much tells her to pack her shit and get the fuck up and out of her goddamn building. And I gotta be honest, it was hilarious. It was great, okay? Because Hope's reaction is, "What? Huh? Are you're not even giving me a chance." I'm just like, did you accidentally pour bleach in your damn brains or something in your ears? Because it's almost like she doesn't understand what is going on right now. What's going on right now is your ass is being fired, okay? Which, here's the thing. We all know that this is a misunderstanding, but it doesn't take away the fact that her line has been failing for months now. So even if she did not get fired today, her line would have still been failing and it should have been cut a long damn time ago. So eventually this is going to wind up happening. She walks in, um, well, I was going to sit there and say Eric's office, but it hasn't been Eric's office in a long time. When she walks in, she tells Taylor and Rich what wound up happening. She's like, yeah, I fired her. And I need you to back me up on this one. Rich just has this, you know what you have to do. I don't care what Brooke says. Okay? Brooke is all like, she makes excuses for her daughter when she comes in, and Rich is not really comfortable with the idea of, Carter's vision. Of course, he doesn't bother to tell him that, which is mind boggling, but whatever. They bring up the kiss. Well, Taylor brings up the kiss, and Brooke is like, well, she was in her right headspace. And then she brings up, well, Thomas left her. And Taylor's like, well, she didn't want to commit. He didn't want to commit. And she was like, Brooke was like, she wasn't ready. I don't care if she was ready. He doesn't have to sit there and wait. Like, who is she to sit there and demand anything? If you're not ready, fine. But he has the option. Here's the thing. And I said this before. A woman has an option of saying no. A man has an option to walk away. That's how that works. Okay? So every time she keeps sitting there saying that idiotic comment, oh, she wasn't ready. No one cares. No one cares. Men has a certain amount of patience. And that's it. But all she does is sits there and does nothing but makes excuses. That's all she does, is make excuses. And it just gets to a point where it's like, bro, no one cares. Now she does sit there and tell her, hey, you know what, listen, it's not gonna happen again. Okay? She's moved on. She doesn't say who, but she says she's moved on. Yeah, she's moved on. She's gonna move on right to the unemployment line. That's her ass is gonna move on to. Well, that's going on. It's Halloween. It's Sheila's favorite time of the year. And, she decorated the restaurant. She pretty much overdid it. Carter comes in there and Deacon thanks him for just looking out for his daughter. He talks about how, she's always under siege and everything like that. And I'm like, I got nothing to say to you, just like I have nothing to sit there and say about Dingbat Broke. But, Carter's like, hey, listen, this whole Forster versus Logan is bad for business, is bad for morale, it's just bad in general. And I'm going to sit there and do everything I can to sit there and look out for her. Oh, cool. So I guess you'll be joining her on the unemployment line, right? That's the only future that I see that's going to wind up going on is your ass is going to be on the unemployment line with her. The intro was cool. A little wacky or whatever, but it was fine. That's been a couple of jokes about Sheila making different items like Bloody Marys and everything like that. I was like, huh, okay, I get it. It's Halloween. I get it. I mean, hell, anything was actually better than Days of Our Lives today, so I'll take it. I was like, I will take it. But yeah, B&B did a Halloween theme. Days of Our Lives did a Halloween theme. Young and Restless did a Halloween theme. I guess in the hospital was doing a Halloween theme yesterday too, and maybe today, but that as a comparison to the real story is. I feel like that's pretty much about it for the most part. Tonight, if everything goes well, we're gonna have our Halloween theme collab live stream. We're gonna be sitting there talking about soap operas, greatest villains, past, present, all. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Definitely come through for that. That's gonna be tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We're gonna be sitting there talking about all the different villains, more different shows. That includes past shows like One Like to Live and Port Charles and Guiding Light and I guess as the world turns and passions and stuff like that. So it's gonna be all the different soaps. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing each and every single one of y'all tonight. If I missed anything, write it in the comments section today. And if we get a chance, we'll sit there and talk about we'll talk about today's episodes of the soaps as well. See you in the next video.